In the world of track and field, there are names that transcend the sport, leaving a lasting legacy. But today, a new name is starting to buzz. A young sprinter whose talent is undeniable. This is the story of Gout Gout, the Australian sprinting sensation who's taking the athletics world by storm, one blistering time after another. Born to a South Sudanese family, his journey is one of perseverance and raw talent. His family moved to Australia just 2 years before he was born, seeking new opportunities. And it's here, on Australian soil, that he would discover his gift for sprinting. A gift that would ignite his rise to prominence before he even turned 16. At just 14 years old, he began making history. He shattered the Australian under-16 record for the 100 meters, blazing through the finish line in an astonishing 10.57 seconds. At just 14 years old, he was already faster than anyone in his age group had ever been. A year later, he took his talent to the next level, setting a new Australian under-18 record in the 200 meters, clocking in at 20.87 seconds. He improved on that record to 20.69 seconds in January 2024. His rate of improvement was nothing short of remarkable, a testament to his work ethic, natural speed, and dedication to his craft. But perhaps one of his most defining moments came in 2023. Competing in the men's under-18 200-meter final at the 2023 Australian Junior Athletics Championships, he not only claimed victory, he shattered expectations. He set an under-18 record and a national under-20 record, running times that could compete with athletes several years his senior. By March 2024, his name was on everyone's radar. In the 100 meters, he delivered a jaw-dropping performance, running 10.29 seconds and leaving the competition in the dust. What was most impressive wasn't just the time itself, but the way he did it. In the final 50 meters of that race, he found another gear, accelerating to a speed that seemed almost unreal. To put things in perspective, his 10.29-second run, at just 16 years old, would have qualified him for the preliminary rounds of the men's 100-meter event at the Paris 2024 Olympics. As a teenager, he was running times fast enough to hold his own on the biggest stage in athletics. But it's not just the 100 meters where he shines. He holds the Australian under-16 national record in both the 100 and 200 meters, setting personal bests in both events during 2024. This dual dominance over both sprint distances is a rare feat and puts him on a path to becoming a true all-round sprinting sensation. However, what truly cemented Gout's name among the track and field elite came later in 2024 at the U20 World Championships in Peru. In the 200 meters, Gout ran the race of his life, crossing the finish line in 20.60 seconds to claim the silver medal. But this wasn't just any silver. This was history in the making. He broke one of Usain Bolt's long-standing records. Bolt, who had set a time of 20.61 seconds as a 16-year-old back in 2002, saw his record narrowly edged out by 0.01 seconds. To surpass the record of a track legend like Bolt is more than just a milestone. It's a statement that he is no ordinary teenager. And if breaking records wasn't enough, his hard work and performances caught the attention of some of the biggest names in the sport. On October 28th, he signed his first contract with Adidas, joining the ranks of elite athletes who have donned the iconic 3 stripes. For a 16-year-old, this is more than just a deal. It's a recognition of his potential to not only dominate junior competitions, but to make his mark on the global stage for years to come. Just when it seemed like his rise couldn't get any more impressive, something incredible happened in November. At the Queensland All-Schools Championships, he once again pushed the limits of what was thought possible, clocking a jaw-dropping time of 20.29 seconds in the 200 meters. This was more than just another victory. It was a record-breaking performance that sent shockwaves through the athletics world. In one race, Gout shattered the Australian under-18 and under-20 records, cementing his place in history as one of the fastest young sprinters Australia has ever seen. His time made him the 4th fastest Australian to ever run the 200 meters since 1993. He had just achieved a time that only 3 other Australians have beaten in over 30 years. Even more impressive, this blistering performance placed him in elite global company. In the all-time youth rankings, he now sits as the fourth fastest under-18 sprinter in history. To give you a clearer picture of how fast he was on that day, let's look at the competition. He was the fastest in the under-18 preliminaries by a massive margin of 1.78 seconds. His closest competitor, Terrell Thorne, crossed the finish line in 22.07 seconds, nearly 2 seconds behind his lightning-fast 20.29. These rankings reflect not just his talent, but his potential to become one of the greatest sprinters Australia and the world has ever seen. But the list of records doesn't stop there. In that single race, Gout didn't just smash the Queensland Open 200-meter record, he obliterated it. He recorded the 7th fastest in the world for 2024. And this is just a teenager we're talking about. Though he couldn't quite replicate the same mind-blowing speed in the final, he still ran a remarkable 20.52 seconds, his second fastest time ever. Even with the slight dip in speed, he took home the gold medal, finishing comfortably ahead of Terrell Thorne, who claimed silver in 21.30 seconds. This consistency, even in the face of immense pressure, proves that Gout isn't just a sprinter who delivers in one-off performances. He's a rising star with the ability to dominate at every level. As if his 200-meter victory wasn't enough, he also secured the 100-meter title at the Queensland All-Schools Championships. He clocked a time of 10.31 seconds to take first place. Once again, he proved that his speed over the 100-meter dash is just as impressive as his 200-meter performances. When you're a young sprinter breaking records, comparisons are inevitable. And after his stellar performances, the comparisons to the world's fastest man came quickly. It's easy to see why. Physically, he shares a similar build and running style with Bolt. Standing nearly 6 feet tall, he has the kind of physique sprinters dream of. Long legs that allow him to cover ground effortlessly, a powerful core that provides stability, and explosive acceleration that propels him out of the blocks like a rocket. These physical attributes alone put him in an elite category, but it's not just his body that makes him a standout. Those close to him describe him as intensely focused and driven. He's known for his relentless work ethic, refusing to shy away from the grind that it takes to be the best. It's this combination of physical gifts and mental toughness that has people already speculating about his potential to become one of the all-time greats. But while the comparisons to Bolt are flattering, they also set a high bar, perhaps the highest bar possible. To truly achieve greatness, he would need to do something truly extraordinary. Usain Bolt wasn't just a great sprinter. He redefined what it meant to be fast. Bolt is an 8-time Olympic gold medalist, and his records in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meters relay have stood unbroken for over a decade. His 100-meter world record of 9.58 seconds, set in 2009, is still considered untouchable by many. And his 200-meter record of 19.19 seconds remains a feat that no one has come close to breaking. Bolt's dominance on the track wasn't just a flash in the pan. He won the 100 meters and 200 meters titles at 3 consecutive Olympic Games. That's a level of sustained excellence that few athletes in any sport have ever matched. So while Gout Gout's current trajectory is promising, to reach Bolt's level would require not just talent, but longevity, consistency, and the ability to perform on the biggest stages in the world. Interestingly, Bolt himself has reflected on his early years in a way that might resonate with Gout's own journey. In a recent interview, Bolt admitted that his early success came easily. "I didn't have to work as hard as it was just talent," Bolt said. "I was winning and winning, and when I got to the professional level, I felt like it was just going to be easy. Soon enough, I got to the stage where I would go to meets and I would lose. And I was like, this is strange, this is new. So it took me a while to understand." This statement from Bolt offers a glimpse into the challenges that lie ahead for Gout Gout. Talent can take you far, especially in the junior ranks, but transitioning to the professional level brings a new set of challenges. As we've seen with other promising sprinters like Matthew Bowling and Candice Hill, the leap from youth success to the professional stage is often harder than it looks. The competition is fiercer, the stakes are higher, and the margin for error becomes razor-thin. The switch to professional athletics can be tough to manage, and sometimes the sheer sensation of being labeled the next big thing can become a burden, leading to unmet expectations. For the young Australian sprinter, managing that transition will be crucial. The hype surrounding him is real and deserved. But with that hype comes immense pressure. People are expecting great things from him now, and the weight of those expectations can be heavy, especially for a teenager. He has shown time and again that he can handle the spotlight, but the next few years will be critical in determining whether he can maintain his meteoric rise. The road ahead will be challenging, no doubt. He will need to continue improving, fine-tuning his technique, and staying mentally resilient in the face of increased competition. But if he can navigate those challenges, there's no telling how far he can go. Comparing any young sprinter to Usain Bolt may feel premature, but he has already shown that he has the talent, the drive, and the potential to at least walk in the footsteps of the greatest sprinter of all time. As we look forward to his future, one thing is clear. We are witnessing the possible birth of a sprinting superstar. His times are getting faster, his confidence is growing, and the world is beginning to take notice. His next major goal is to represent Australia on the world stage, and there's no doubt that he has the talent to do so. The teenager will be 20 years old by the time the next Olympic Games come round at LA 2028, and though it is still early days in his career, he will surely have his eyes focused on this goal. From his family's roots in South Sudan to his rise as an Australian sprinting prodigy, Gout Gout's story is far from finished. In fact, it's just getting started. What do you think about Gout Gout and the incredible records he's already set at just 16 years old? Let me know your opinion in the comments. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep chasing greatness.